So the Apple Watch event just happened and Series 3 of, or rather version 3 of the Apple Watch Ultra just got announced. Now let's get into some of the new key features. So I've really been thinking about this video around two aspects. Number one, the little things. And then number two, quality of life features. Now, if we kind of take a start there were some really interesting new health features that were mentioned just around the ability for your watch to now almost be or get as close to being your doctor. The feature introduced this time around was around hypertension and specifically the ability for your watch to detect high blood pressure. A very nifty feature, if you ask me, and really the watch turning into some kind of life saving machine. Apple even started the keynote with a video of a couple of people who actually, shared how the experience of having the watch really found them in near death experiences and almost came to their rescue. And you really can start to understand why this device by Apple is seen more than just about fitness device and maybe even a shift of how they're not so much competing against the Garmins of this world, but really becoming more of a medical business. But other aspects in terms of that quality of life features that were introduced has to also be the bigger battery. Now, not necessarily too significant gains, but about 6 hours extra from your Watch Ultra, taking you closer to that weekend into 4 days mark. I'd already been getting about 2.5 days on my Ultra, but definitely any extra battery will definitely help. Now, the last feature is really around still health and wellness. The sleep score that was introduced as a way for you to be able to track your overall quality of sleep, not only in terms of how much sleep you're getting, but other aspects like getting to bed on time, as well as other metrics that are put together to give you a sleep score that can be useful to track, especially over time. Now, when we get to the little things, these are the little sprinkles of features that put together might make a compelling case for why this watch is worth the upgrade. The first part is around satellite SOS communication. Now, this is using the low orbit satellites to be able to communicate with your loved ones instead of relying on instead of relying on 3G signal. A really smart feature, if you ask me. And Apple playing catch up slightly with Garmin having just announced this feature just about a month ago, but really nifty, allowing you to communicate via messages or make calls in terms of using the emergency services should you ever find yourself in need of such. But it comes with a small asterisk. It comes with about 2 years free, but after that, you will need to get a subscription to keep using the service. But if you're one of those get lost in the mountains for a couple of days, definitely this feature is something that would make a difference in your world. The other feature that was introduced today is the extension really of the brightness of the display. It can now get up to 3000 nits. So it's becoming more and more the kind of watch that you take anywhere you really go. And whether you're outdoors, you should be able to get really nice visibility on your Apple Watch, as well as if you happen to be like me, sometimes using your watch as a flash device in the dark because of how bright it gets, you can definitely get the most out of that. The Workouts app now gets some little bit of love as well. There's a new workout section on your iPhone allowing you to build custom workouts and sync these directly to your watch. Not really a new feature that's added to the watch, but just the ability to have that kind of flexibility on your phone and transfer those workouts to your watch. So really that's it. No real big game changing features that were announced. Yes, the bezels are slightly smaller, but it's the kind of things you'll barely notice. And really, more changes that have come under the hood. Will I be upgrading from my version 1 Ultra? I think I'll be holding out, especially because of the battery gains. Yes, definitely big improvements in terms of getting you through the weekend, but I really expected more from something that is practically a watch on my wrist. I mean, look at this. But, anyways, that's been it. What are your thoughts? Are you going to be switching to the Watch Ultra 3? Are you upgrading anytime soon? I'm keen to hear what your take is. Are you a Garmin user and you're looking over the fence and thinking, we've had all of these things for some time, but I'm keen to hear your thoughts. So I'll be hanging out in the comment section. And that's been the Ultra 3. Catch you in the next one.